All right, shalom, shalom. Before I get started, I'd like to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, safety to the elect. Shalom, this is Brother Riber Moth at the Atlanta Church. And another lesson. This is Matthew, the 25th chapter, and we'll start at verse 14. It says, "For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods." It says, "And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, to every man according to his several ability." It says, "And straightway took his journey." Right. So the Lord will give you, or only gonna give you your portion, of what you can handle. You see, if you can't handle the five, he not gonna give you 5. If you can only handle 1, here's what he gonna give you 1. If you can only handle 2, he gonna only give you 2. And so forth and so forth. You see, because Yahweh Shema Shai, he knows everything. He's in control, right? So it says, keep reading. It says, verse 16. It says, "Then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same and made them 5 other talents." So here it is. He went and doubled. He went and doubled. He got profit, right? It says, "And likewise he that had received 2, he also gained 2 other," right? So they flipped it. The one that had the 5 and the one that had the 5 talents and the 2 talents. They flipped this thing, and made more. Okay, and that's what we're to be doing in this truth. Okay, the Lord give us, 2 talents. We're to flip those 2 talents, keep pushing this word of Yahweh Shema Shai, and helping the Lord word get out there and doing what we need to be doing. And guess what? The Lord is the one that's going to determine if the people get it or not, and all the glory goes back to the Yahweh Shema Shai. So, that's the mind state. That's the spirit that we're in, It says, "But he that had received," verse 18, it says, "But he that had received," and hold on, go back. It says, "But he that had received 1," it says, "went and digged in the earth and hid his Lord's money." So he went and hid the Lord. He had one talent, and then he went and hid the Lord money, right? So it says, "After a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckon with them." It says, "And so he that had received the 5 talents came and brought forth 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou delivered unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more." So he told the Lord, he said, "Look, Lord, you gave me these 5. I went and doubled it, and got 5 more." It says, and this is what the Lord said. His Lord said unto him, "Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast done faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter into thy joy of the Lord." See that? So that's what we want. When Yahweh Shah come, we want Yahweh Shah to be like, "Listen, no, you good. You've done what you've needed to do, and here it is. I'm gonna make you now, the ruler of this." And we just want to be in good standings when Yahweh Shah comes, so that we can get our ass on, make it onto the chariot, man. That's what we want. Okay, that's why we're doing what we're doing. Okay, we want the elect to be sealed. We want the 1/3 to be delivered. Guess what? We want the wicked to be destroyed. We want all these things to happen so that the kingdom can come. Okay, and we understand what happens. What has to happen in order for this to happen, come to pass. These prophecies have to come to pass. You see? Now, let me keep going. Let's see. We start at verse 21. It says 21. It says, "His Lord said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things, I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of the Lord. It says, he also that had received 2 talents came and said, Lord, it says, thou delivered unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents beside them. His Lord said unto him, well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter into the joy of thy Lord. It says, then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou wasn't a heart. It says, I knew thee that thou art an hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not straw. It says, and I was afraid and went. Well, if you was afraid, then you would have feared the Lord and did what the Lord, you wouldn't have hid it then. But anyway, it says, but I was afraid and went and hid thy talents in the earth. It says, lo, there thou hast done, it says, let me read again. Lo, there thou hast that is done, which was the wrong thing to do. Okay, you don't take this word, this truth, when the Lord give it to you, and then you say, well, I have this truth. Now I don't want, I'm not going to help no one else get this truth. I'm not going to help another Israelite get this truth. I'm not going to teach. I'm just going to be, have this truth to myself, just going to be a sponge and soak it all up. I have it and I'm good. No, well, that's not what this thing is about. Okay. If the Lord put this spirit up on you to go out and teach, then you can't go out and say, you know what? Yes, I'm going to go out and teach. And then now I'm going to just stop teaching, or, I'm going to just, I'm not going to I ain't going to do that right there. I'm going to just let, time go by and then I go dig it up later, this and that. It don't work like that. The Lord don't even need us to, he don't need us to teach this word. He because it's an easy thing for the Lord to just deliver the elect and give the people the truth, but we're prisoners to him. It's a foolish thing, yeah, because the Lord can do that easily. But guess what? We got to go through this process of doing this, okay? And then reap the benefit late when Yahweh Shai come. That's how you can tell if somebody truly won. And the Lord is putting us through the test to see this same test that these men went through. We're going through those tests. And guess what? Some men going to flip the talents and some men going to bury the talents. It have been done. Okay. It have been done, but guess what? The ones that flip it, Yahweh Shema Shai going to deliver them. Okay. And they're going to receive way more than they can, ever thought that we would receive. Lord willing, we're of the elect. And the one that not, then guess what? That destruction going to come to them. They going to be destroyed, man. Let me see. Let's keep going. A little few more on this one. Let's see. We stopped at verse 26. It says, his Lord answered and said unto him, thou wicked and slothful servant. So the Lord called him wicked. You wicked and slothful servant. It said, thou knewest that I reap where I sowed not, and gather where I have not strawed. It says, thou oughtest therefore to have put my money in the exchangers. It says, and then at my coming I should have received mine own with usury. Take therefore the talent from him and give it unto him which had 10 talent. The Lord will take that. If you're going to bury that talent, guess what? The Lord will take that talent. He'll take it from you. I give it to somebody else. Give it to him to have that doubled. Give it to the one that had 5 and he doubled up to 10. You see? He putting in work. You buried yours. And then if you're gonna take it and bury it, then what you gonna do? You going back in the world and just do some and bullshit? Come on, man. You mean to tell me that that's more important than this? You see? Nah, man. You don't do that. But the Spirit of the Lord has to be upon you. Okay? in control, you know. So that was the main point on that, you know. Let's see. I had another one too. Let me get it in real quick too. Oh, Isaiah. Go back to Isaiah. Isaiah 56. Let me see. No, 55. Isaiah 55. And then Isaiah 55. All right, Isaiah 55 and 6. Yep. 55 and 6. It says, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near, right? Don't you can't say I got time. I got time. I'm gonna get around to repenting and serving the Lord and seeking after him, you know, later, man. I need to do this first. You know, I need to get this job over here first. You know, no, don't, man, listen. Put the Lord first. It says, let the wicked forsake his way, right? So turn from them wicked ways, them wicked thoughts. You got to learn this truth, man, and get this truth while you can get it. It says, and the unrighteous man his thought, and let him return unto the Lord Yahweh, and he will have mercy upon him and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon. That word pardon again, you know, from the last video. Yep. You know, see that? And you want the Lord to pardon you, man. Let me do this. Let me go to the blue letter and get the word pardon. This is the word pardon in the blue letter.
Strong's H 5545. Salah.
Okay, and it says to forgive, pardon, to forgive, pardon, to be forgiven. Don't we need to be forgiven? You see that? How are we gonna make it if we don't get pardon? We need the Lord to forgive us, man. We've done a lot of jacked up and a lot of wicked ass shit, and we need the Lord to forgive us. Okay. All right. So it says, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are my ways, neither are your ways my ways, said the Lord. Yahweh Shema Shah. You see? So we need to get, while you can get it, go ahead and get it. Don't put it away. Don't bury it. Don't. Do you know the saying in the world, don't let the opportunity pass you by? Well, if you have the opportunity to serve the Lord, don't let it pass you. If you have the opportunity to get this truth, don't let that pass you by. You will regret it. You can't, there's no second chances, man. You know, the Lord have mercy upon you. But when the Lord have judgment upon you, you can't go back and ask for mercy. That's why the Lord warning us heavily about that C-hip. Don't take that C-hip. Don't get caught up in it, because if you do, you cannot receive mercy. You cannot receive. You're gonna only receive death and destruction. You see, death and destruction. The one they put it out there, and then I say this, and then I close. The ones that they presented to in the prisons, because you know he said all when I'm jumping now from here to, but just. It ties in. The ones that's in prison that's going to get presented with this C-hip, the ones that take it, I need to do a lesson on that too. But it was they saying that they can get less time, right? But then they get this C-hip in their in their brain or wherever they get it at, but they won't be able to do any more crime, you know, and you know this and that. So you're basically, if you accept that, you basically leave from, you basically get trapped into a real prison. Then now you become a real prisoner, so to say, because you're not even controlled. Someone is controlling you. You see? Like he wants to be like the Most High, and that's what people don't understand. But you know, like I said, that's another lesson. But yeah, man, you know, so get it while you can get it. You know, don't bury your talent. Okay, you know, don't bury your talent. Get this truth while you get it. It's another example too. I just don't have the time to bring this. In Acts chapter 5. Acts chapter 5, you can read 5, you know, verse like 1 on down to like 12 or something. But him and his woman, they held back the earnings, from the land that they sold, and they came together and planned a lie and lied to the spirit, and the Lord, he killed them right then and there, they both, and he did it smooth, he brought Ananias in. I think his wife was Sapphira, I can't pronounce her name right now, but they brought Ananias in, the husband, in first. He lied, then brought her in after he had died. She told the same lie. So they had came together on the lie. But you can't get around on the Lord. Don't bury nothing. Don't try to hide nothing from the Lord. Get this truth while you can get it, and just be honest with it, man, and go. Like I said, if you got one talent, 2 talents, deal with the 2 talents you got. Another brother have 10 talents, 100 talents. Don't worry about that. Just deal with what you can deal with. What the Lord bless you with. And you just serve the Lord. So with that, I pray that this will edify. Like to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, safety to the election.